Hey y'all, it's Brittany, and instead of doing makeup today, I wanted to talk a little bit more about depression, anxiety, and PCOS. The three things that I struggle with mainly every single day. Pretty much, I want to say the depression probably started when I was in 5th or 6th grade. Okay, sorry, I had to scoot up. Okay, part of it, possibly a lot of it, we had family issues growing up, a lot of fighting and arguing, so a lot of it had came from there, and then along the way, probably about starting 6th grade, okay, I know my brows look horrible right now, sorry y'all. I tried my best to try to get them straight and to look good, and yet they still are messing up. Okay, sorry, because that's not what we're here to talk about, and yet I can't stop staring at them. Okay, that's the anxiety part. Like, things have to be like, and then, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Anxiety for me is has to do with when I get nervous or when something's not right, I start having like a little bitty panic attack. It's getting worse as I get older, like to the point where like I used to be able to go to Waterville with my fiance and we could have a fun time going up on the rides and everything. Now, literally just walking up and seeing that my death is down below me has gotten to the point where like my heart will just keep pounding so fast that I like literally told him one time, look back at all the people and we're at the very top, we're only like 2 or 3 people and we're about to go down the water slide and 2 or 3 people ahead of us, and I literally looked at him and I was like, can I please just walk down? And he's like, you know, there's probably more than a few hundred people below us that you're gonna have to push past. And he's like, and you're gonna have to bring your little floaty thing back down there with you. And I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I need to get down. And he's like, you know that you just walked all this way up having the panic attack and you're gonna have to walk all the way down having the panic attack. And literally, I finally he got me to the point where I could get down the slide, but just in general, I get panic attacks, I get nervous attacks, I get anxiety. This is something I struggle with on a daily. Anything could bring it up. I mean, the littlest things. I could be, we were shooting pool and like just from the guy next to us, like looking at me and my friend trying to, you know, shoot pool, whatever, and I'm like anxiety attack, like is that guy looking at us because he wants to come on over and help, or is he looking at us because he's thinking bad stuff, or like, you know, and I'll have thoughts that'll run through my head. I'm like, or do I have something in my teeth? Do I have something on my face? Oh crap, did something on my pants, shirt, you know, and I'll literally just like consistently run in circles having so many thoughts if someone's just looking at me, and it could just be they thought I was pretty, or they thought my hair was cool, or they thought something nice or whatever, and literally I'll run through thoughts of bad stuff that they're thinking or stuff just because I have anxiety and I can't stop or shut it off, and it's so hard to deal with it because like so many thoughts are just and I don't know what it triggers it or how to calm it down or what to do to avoid those thoughts. Anxiety. So it gets to the point where like I'm not even sure what to do anymore to make it better. Depression, I don't have it as bad as I used to. It got to the point one time I tried cutting. Thought that would solve things, would make me feel that I'm real. When my mom had found out and told my dad, and then that was a whole nother issue that I want to get into, but then at the same time I don't want to cry on camera. So yeah, there's been points in my life that just I was like, I'm not meant to be here. This is not for me. I'm not for life. It wasn't until things had switched over when I finally got out of a bad situation with an ex. I got away from that whole cheating mess. Got away from lies. Got into a new relationship, and things had picked up for quite a while. Though we did have up and down roller coasters, so parts of depression and anxiety started to occur. But once we finally got past some of the things that we had issues with in the beginning, then things had turned for the better. I had gotten a job when I was 15. I think I was 15 or 16. I got in a job working in a pizza place called Domino's. Worked there for 3-4 years. I think it was probably about 3 years that I worked there, and then I was doing banner shaking, and I wanted falling. And I'd done banner shaking so much that like I would dance in the road and like shake the sign and get crazy, and people would honk horns and wave and scream, and so like I was getting everyone pumped up. Everyone's getting off 5 o'clock, and I'm out there like just doing my thing, and everyone's all happy about it. And then just one day out of like 3 years I've been working there doing banner shaking, one day I went to jump backwards while I'm banner shaking, and when I did that, twisted my foot and landed and went to catch myself and caught myself with my hand. Well, and then my wrist had got one of the bones in there had snapped in, so I had to work with that. But I mean, I didn't work there. I had to like physically like try to figure out how to work with the broken wrist for a while. And then once that healed, I wanted to find another job working at the Maids, which is one of the best jobs I've ever had. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, cleaning houses and toilets and stuff like that, but you literally wear gloves and you're like protected and everything. So I mean, like, just think about it smartly, and you're not gonna, and you take a shower when you get home. So I mean, it's, for me, cleaning is probably one of the relaxing things, except for now that we're in our house, we have so much, or at least I have so much stuff that I don't have enough places for the stuff. So now cleaning has gotten to the point where like it sucks because I don't have enough storage. So I can clean as much as I want, but I don't have enough storage space for all the things. So that's another part where I get anxiety, because I'm like, oh my god, and I'm overwhelmed of stuff. And then like when I think too much about it and dwell on it, which I try not to, because I know that's one of the things that will trigger my depression. Try not to dwell on it, but when I start thinking about it, then I start getting depressed, and I'm like, oh my god, where am I going? Where's my life going? What's going on? So yeah, dealing with those two things consistently and back to back. And as far as the PCOS, I had found out when I was about 12 that I had PCOS. 11 or 12, I believe. And I didn't think anything about it. And, I would go back and forth to the doctor. I would take metformin because your insulin gets crazy when you have PCOS. You have a bunch of cysts in your ovaries that pop, and you're in pain. And when your menstrual cycles come, they're like extremely like nasty and extremely bad pains, and like you just want to feel like you're dying. Because, and the weirdest thing out of the whole thing is when I would be on my menstrual cycle, my mood would never change. I would never get the PMS like people say, whatever. I would literally be hurting so bad. That's probably why I never got any moods, whatever, because I'd be hurting so bad that I can't even think straight. I would just be like literally doubled over in pain, sometimes even bawling my eyes out because of how bad the pain would hurt. And then when I wound up finding out that I had PCOS, sorry, the camera froze again, then everything made sense, and I was like, yeah, that's probably why I hurt so bad. That's probably why I feel popping sometimes, because when the cysts decide to pop, as I've gotten older, a lot more things have came out of PCOS. That is not great, and I wish I'd never had PCOS. It stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. I just have a hard time saying stuff. It basically means, from my understanding, is your eggs are basically rotten, and you create a lot of eggs, but they're bad, and then they start popping. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not very educated about it. Even though I have it, and I should be more educated about it, it's something that once I got told and had been on and off medicine, it's like it won't get better. So I kind of gave up trying to make it better because I don't know where to go, and the doctors pretty much just put me on a metformin and said, here, take this, and then everything should get better. But the thing is, when I take metformin, then I get super, super shaky being on it because it drops your insulin. Even though I told them I don't think my insulin's, I think my insulin's fine, but, I don't know how to treat just the PCOS part. They don't really listen. So I'm stuck at that, of what to do from there to get better, because, even though I'm not the best at eating of a consistent healthy diet and everything, I also don't, this is me struggling to talk, don't eat junk food 24/7 or sodas 24/7 or we don't even have snacks in the house. The only reason we had snacks in the house last week was because of the party, but that lasted maybe a couple days and then they were gone because of most of the people eating the snacks, or my fiance or me or my baby daughter. But so I mean, that only lasted a couple days. So even though that was bad eating, at the same time, it's not that I was eating it every single day. So, and then I've tried to incorporate like exercising and jumping jacks and planking, which you can't do for very long, but I've gotten to a point where I can almost do it for a minute. So that was pretty cool for me, because I was like, it was a struggle trying to get to the point where I could almost do it for a minute. But I just incorporated different things or whatever, and the one biggest thing I probably need to incorporate is walking. Just our neighborhood is not the greatest right this second, and that's not an excuse. That's literally like every single day there's either shooting or there's fighting, or our block has a lot of stray dogs that are aggressive. So I am going to start trying to pick up walking with my mom, because with her having cancer and everything, and her having out of control diabetes, she does need to, she's actually doing so much better than me, and I'm so jealous right now, because she's been able to, as soon as she found out the cancer, she cut out her Diet Coke, and she has been drinking water, and she's been eating so much healthier and creating like healthy dinners and everything. So I'm proud of her, and I wish I could do that. We are on a lower budget, and I'm lost of what to create and what to eat, and how to go about that as far as getting on a better eating thing for PCOS. Also, with having PCOS, I have a hard time saying that. You lose a lot of your hair. You sometimes will get, I don't have a bald spot like right now, but like if I part my hair a certain way, you can see that it's thinner. I'm not sure if you can see it now, but you can see that it's thinner right there. I'm hoping that you can see that, but at the same time I'm like not wanting you to see it, but then I don't know, but it will get thinner right there, to the point where like you can see that I have a lot more hair on this side than I do that side, even if I part it to the point where it's on equal on both sides. This side still is thinner than this side. I got a lot more hair on that side than this side. You consistently have to make sure that you have a drain plug when you're taking showers and baths, because your hair will fall out for no reason. Your nails are the hardest to grow, or you wind up breaking them. I was happy about this side because I was using nail growth every single day, and then yesterday one of my longer nails right here broke off. So you have weak and brittle nails that no matter what you do, apparently they still break. No matter if you take biotin or hair, skin, and nail pills, doesn't really work. you grow hair in places you don't want it. I mean, not that you want hair in general, but I'll get every now and then a few chin hairs. I say every now and then because I usually like use like a little thing and just like cut the little chin hairs off, because it's like 2 or 3 of them that I'm just like, go away. I'll even tweeze them out sometimes just to make it last like 2 weeks instead of being every week that they grow back. It'd be like 2 weeks that they grow back. Just depends on if I can find my tweezers or not. I'm trying to think of other things. You get acne, you get bad blackheads and whiteheads, and like I know you can't see it now because I'm pretty far away and it looks like I have clear skin from back here, but I don't. I have lots of bumps everywhere, especially on my forehead. My forehead is my main part of getting bumps and zits and blackheads. Some around my nose, not too much around my nose, but right here, like a lot right here and right here, and then a lot of my head. You break out more easier to things. I think you get more sensitive to stuff. One of the things I found out just recently is you're supposed to not eat anything dairy. So it's like cheese and milk and I'm trying to think, yogurt and stuff like that. You're not supposed to have any dairy stuff, and I just found out, and I'm like, but I like yogurt, like the Greek yogurt, and I like, milk with my cereal. So now, like, that's like a whole thing that I have to learn how to, like, get used to other stuff instead of that. But I don't know, it's just a consistent battle. And then whenever you bloat because of either having the PCOS or having, I kind of think also anxiety and depression play a part of the bloating, because when you like get so much in your mind and you start getting sad and everything, then like maybe your hormones do change and your stuff fluctuates and all that. So that part plays a role as well. But definitely the PCOS would probably take the most of bloating and everything, and then you just feel like crap and you're like, I'm ugly and nobody wants to see that. So a lot of times I'll only wear t-shirts and pants, so that way, because I'm like, and I have acid reflux that I struggle with every single day, and I need to get back to a doctor about getting a better medicine or something, because I struggle with acid reflux every single day and it's bad. And that's probably another reason that none of my weight is going anywhere. Like some days I'll lose weight, and for like that week I'll be like 203 or whatever, and then the next week I'll be like 210. I'm like, stop fluctuating. That's another thing, up and down your weight forever. And then I don't know, but then a lot of times I'll just feel like I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to wear shorts because I'll show my fat legs, or oh, I'm not supposed to wear a nice shirt because it will show my fat arms, or a consistent battle between myself, my head, and my body, that those things are like why I lack confidence, because within these last few years of having my daughter, it's just been a consistent battle with myself of trying to get back in shape and trying to figure out how to eat healthier and trying to be consistent and trying to stay on track even though I get busy throughout the whole entire week. And I don't know. But if y'all have any tips, or you struggle with PCOS, depression, or anxiety, and you have ways of doing it better, I don't know, ways of figuring out how to cope with it, so it's not as bad on any of those three, or acid reflux, if you know anything to eat or drink or something that helps with the acid reflux. PCOS, depression, acid reflux, anxiety, any of those, if y'all have any information that could help. Also, we can help one another to try to cope with it and find out cures and ways to get better and everything. Please let me know down below in the comment section. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day.